Coach Cleve, Wright. 24 hours after the game against Cincinnati Christian, after a little time to reflect, what are some of your thoughts about how that game went and your overall team performance?
Well, I think just like most nights, when I don't feel good leaving, the film makes me feel a little bit better. And then sometimes when I feel really good, I can feel worse when the next day. The film always kind of changes that perspective a little bit. So still feel like our energy could have been a whole lot better coming out. But it's overall, the biggest thing that stood out to me last night as I watched film was our ball pressure has to get better. We're leaving our posts out to dry, and people are going to be able to get it into the post on us if we don't pressure the ball. I thought the 10 to 12 minutes we did that in the second half made a huge difference, and so that just convinced me even more of how important that is in our defense and how important it is for our team to be able to learn that's really a team thing. If you're pressuring the ball, then you're really helping your post player, and you got to trust your teammates to have your back and to have your help. Offensively, I felt like we had a lot of good shots. You look at our shot chart, you look at the film, we had a lot of good shots. Just some of those shots didn't go down. A lot of those shots didn't go down that were right at the rim. But the fact of the matter is we're getting those shots, and those shots will go down in the future. So, I guess overall I feel a little bit better than I did. Still felt like that we could have, I would have liked for us to come out stronger. I know our team feels that way too, just talking to them in the locker room.
One player that I thought really had a standout performance last night was Courtney Larson.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't score that much, but she had 8 assists, and the offense really seemed to flow when she was on the court. Can you talk a little bit about her game?
Well, it's Courtney's second year. We're running a lot of the same sets, a lot of the same continuity offense. So she's certainly much more comfortable in that. And I think she had a great game last night. We need her to score a little bit more for us. We need her to be a little bit more offensively minded, putting shots up. But she took care of the ball, played as many minutes as she did, had 8 assists, 0 turnovers, and she led well. I think that's a good example for our players on how you get your team on the same page. And again, she's just growing with every game. I thought she got better every game last year, and I think she's headed in that direction. And she should. She should look good on this team. She has the most experience. She has the most experience, and so she stepped up and did that. We need some other people to join her in that mentality.
You got so many new faces on this team, Coach, and among them. Kayla and Anna had a great game last night. Is it still trying to find out the best way to use all those bodies?
Well, I think they're trying to figure out how they fit into the system too. You look at last night. We've had a scrimmage. We had an exhibition game, and then last night Bailey, shot it 16 times, only hit 7 shots, but all of those shots were right there, and they were great shots. Exactly. For a freshman to take that many shots, I'd like her to get to the rim a little bit more, maybe get to the free throw line. She didn't get to the free throw line, and she can. So we need her to realize how important it is for her to get to the free throw line. But she's definitely offensive minded, like most freshmen are offensive minded, and they got to learn the value of defense. But all of those people, Steve, are going to be very important to our future this year. And I just think, as I've said all along, freshmen get better the more they learn. If you try not to overwhelm them, and that's what we're trying not to do, is to overwhelm them, to try and get them focused on the specific things that we're looking for. And the desire is there, the heart is there. And so I'm really excited about what the future holds for them.
So as you return to practice, what are some of the things that you're going to be working on the next few days as you get ready for your next game?
Well, one, I already mentioned ball pressure and the importance of it. We'll be working on that. We also got split way too many times to the rim last night. So we got to make sure that we're working together, that we're not giving up shots at the rim. It's one thing if they're hitting, jump shots or jump hooks from 10 feet or whatever it is. It's a whole different thing when we're splitting and they're splitting us and getting all the way to the rim. So we're really going to have to work on that. We're going to pay attention to that. It's going to be very important that we box out. We had quite a few rebounds last night, out-rebound them as we should. We were quite a bit bigger than they are and move a little bit better than they do. And so we certainly should have those rebounds. But I think fundamentally we're going to have to understand how to put a body on somebody, how to drive them back, how to go, how to release and go get the rebound. So we're going to have to pay attention to the fundamentals, basically. There's going to be no magic potion. We got to continue to teach the fundamentals, and we need them to work on their focus so we can maintain our focus throughout also.
UIC is the opponent on Saturday. They've started out 2-0, including beating one of our fellow MAC rivals, Northern Illinois. Got a really good player in Campbell. Can you talk a little bit about UIC and what kind of the challenges they'll bring to the table?
Well, they have two returners back that were very good. I mean, they won the WBI last year, so that certainly puts them in a top 100 last year. But they lost 3 other starters, and they're still trying to find a good rotation. But they've came out, and the 2 starters have led them. And Campbell's probably one of the best mid-major posts that we will play against, and we have to keep her off the board. So defensively, we're going to have to be aware of that. They have some athleticism, they have some size, and so we're going to have to defensively do a whole lot better job against UIC than we did last night. And we'll have to work better together. I mean, I think last night we got split 21 times to the rim. We can't get split 21 times against UIC. We will not have the same result as we did yesterday with 21 splits. So that's going to be us really working together, and we have to stop them as a whole. We're not going to be able to stop Campbell with one person by putting one person on her. We all have to be aware of her. We have to limit her looks, limit her rebounds, and really do a good job on her and be focused that we take her away without forgetting, the guard and some of the other players that are going to put on the floor. Okay.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.